Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to finish up our little mini booklet that we made. Mini booklet, mini album. So if you remember, this was the one I made as a sample. I don't have the tags in it yet. This one I'm going to make using some digitals from Stephanie at My Porch Prints. I have a few hodgepodge mix and match from her digital kits, so that's what I'm using. This is a great little scrap buster project for you though, because the sections of paper you're using are all very small, roughly about 5 3/4 by about 5. So anything that size and smaller is going to do well to embellish this. So a good way to use up some scraps in your basket. So I have picked out this piece of paper here from one of her kits, and this is the only one I'm going to measure out on camera with you. Now it's easier if you just lay it on your item and mark where to cut. Okay, and we're going to worry about this in just a moment. So I've marked the length and the height. I'm going to cut out my little rectangle. I'll be right back. Okay, I've got my paper cut here. Now I'm going to need to trim off the corner a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay it about where I'm going to want to glue it down. Okay, and I'm just going to kind of eyeball where I want that little rounded edge to go. I'm sort of just tracing the outline a little bit. I'm eyeballing it, but I want it to be a little more exact than that. So I'm going to open it up here. I'm going to lay it down where I put my little mark to eyeball it, and that's about where I'm going to want it. And so now I'm actually going to trace it following my file folder as a guide, so that way it'll match perfectly. Okay, I went ahead and inked this all up off camera, so you don't have to watch me do that. I'll just trim off this little bit following my line, and just ink that little spot I cut off. There we go. And now it should match up perfectly, and it does. Okay, so I'm going to glue this down, and then I'm going to take my leftover piece of paper here, and I'm going to go ahead and cut the back one. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to lay it down about where I'm going to want it to go after I've got it cut down, and I'm going to trace this as a guideline, and then I'm going to just cut on the inside of it. I may do that on camera when I come back. Okay, so I've glued that on the front. Now on the back, I've gone ahead and done the outer edge size, or my rough size. Okay, and I'm just going to do the same thing I did on the front. So I'm just going to follow using the file folder back there as a rough guide on where I'm going to want to trim. And then I'm just going to use the file folder as an exact template or stencil to make it exact for trimming. Okay. Trim this off. Okay, now turn this over on the back, and I'm just going to mark where the file folder is. Now I already know I'm going to need to trim that down just a little bit. Okay, so there's where I traced it, but I do need it to be a little smaller than that. So I'm going to go inside the line just a little bit, and I'm going to trace it again. And that's the part I'm going to trim off. I'm going to trim the inside line. Okay, and we should fit perfectly, and we do. Okay, so I'm going to finish inking this up right here. I've already done the other, and then I'm going to glue this on and come right back. Okay, so I've done the back now and the front, and so now we need to do the inside. I'm going to start here on the front pocket. I've got some papers here I used. I don't even remember which journal I used some of this in, but I've got some scrap here that I'm going to try to use up. I'm thinking it would be kind of fun to use this whole section and maybe put, you know, this part here on the front and this part here, and, you know, like carry it up so it looks solid. I don't know. We'll give it a shot and see if it works. So I am going to have to trim off this little white border down here, but I'll use that as my guide for where this is going to be placed. I'm going to go ahead and mark this and cut it off camera and then come on right back. Okay, I cut that out, but I don't think I like carrying that next piece of paper up just because I have the gap here. So I'll probably end up using some of that offcut of the pink that I had from the cover. I think that'll be cute. So remember we cut the little tab right here, so I need to do that again with my covering paper. I'm just going to mark the center of this little tab right here, so that way when I put it in my hole punch, I know about where to line it up. So this was a 1.5 inch circle, so what I'm using now is a 2-inch circle for the cover paper. And in fact, what I also want to do is put my paper where I want it at. I'm going to mark on the back side about how low that tab is, and then I can know how far or how deep into my hole punch I want to go. So I want to go just a little bit past it, and I want to make sure I'm lined up, and that should do it. Now this hole punch here I have sharpened and sharpened and sharpened. I have punched it through aluminum foil. I have punched it through sandpaper. I've tried everything and I just can't get it to sharpen up. So, but I did make a mark here, and I'll just finish trimming it with my scissors. It wants to hang up on the one side over here. And everybody keeps telling me, you know, you can sharpen your punches if you punch them through aluminum foil. Yes. Yes, I know that, but it's not working. So I don't know if it's just flat wore out or what. So that will be our paper there for this side. I'm going to ink it up and glue it on, and then I'll come right back. Okay, so yes, this is a different piece of paper than the one I picked out when I was on camera, but I kind of tore it while I was inking it, so I picked a different one out. I've gone ahead and done the other side as well, and I decided to use the one that had the, oops, I'm sorry, use the one that had the top part with the writing on it, so it kind of matched. So now we're ready to do the pink flowers here, and this is the only strip I have left of this paper, and I really would like for it to go all the way across here, and it doesn't. But I don't need that much of it. I really only need it to come down behind this pocket. So I'm thinking if I split it lengthways, I will have plenty to do that area. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm splitting it in half right now on my paper trimmer, or pretty close to half anyway. And that, oh yeah, that'll do it, because we're going to glue that down as a pocket anyway. So let's just flip this down out of the way, and let's see, I think there's a right side up. There we go, and I'm just going to mark this for length on this one, and let me go ahead and mark this for length on this one. Cut those off. There's that side. There's use this side, and this is all about using up leftovers, so that should work just fine. So I'm going to go ahead and mark out the outline on my file folder here on the back like we did earlier and get these all cut and ready to glue, and I will go ahead and get this one punched here as well. Okay, be right back. Okay, I've got those cut out. I've inked them up. I'm going to go ahead and glue them on. And I'm just going to do this here on camera because it won't take but a minute. Like I said earlier in the, I don't remember if it was in this video or the other video, but I'm just using some Fabri-Tac because it is very fast drying, especially when you're doing projects on camera. You use whatever glue you are comfortable using. I don't always use Fabri-Tac, not always. Sometimes I use some Elmer's tacky glue or Aleene's tacky glue, and sometimes I even break out the art glitter glue. I'm not real super crazy about it, but okay. So makes a cute little background behind the paper, and now we can go ahead and glue these pockets down. So I'm just running along the edge on the outside here and on the outside edge here. Okay, that creates a pocket from the top, and then we still have our pocket here on the side for putting a tag in, see? Which is separate from where we just put the glue. That's why we're folding the file folder up works so well. Okay, let's go ahead and do this side down the edge here. And you can use any glue you want, or you could even use some score tape, but sometimes score tapes or double-sided tape stays sticky, and your tags sometimes want to hit those and get stuck. That's why I usually use an actual glue when I'm doing pocket work. Okay, so now we have a top pocket and top pocket, and we have two side pockets. And then now we could fold this down out of the way and put our paper back here. And remember, we don't need very much. We only need a little small strip, about 1.5 to 2 inches, well, maybe about 2.5 inches long. So look in your scrap bin. You don't need a big old piece of paper for this. Just look in your scraps and see what you can find. Here's where I cut this off earlier, and that would probably work up there. Yeah, see, that works just fine. So I should be able to cut this in half and use part of it on this side and part of it on that side. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do that off camera. Trim these to the size I need them to be and get them inked up. Be right back. Okay, I've cut my papers out. I've inked them up. I'm going to glue them on here real quick, and we'll about have this wrapped up for this segment. Put this on here. See why this is such a nice little project for using up those scraps. You don't need very big pieces of paper at all. So these would be cute little gifts or happy mail. You could just sit and make a bunch of these like an assembly line and send them out, or give them to the neighbors for Christmas. Use up your Christmas papers from your projects. Okay, so we've got that. Now we're going to fold this back down, and we're going to put a little bit of glue. And we really, honestly, we don't even need to glue this side here, because once you sew in your signature, this will be tacked together, and this pocket will then be closed on this edge. If you are not going to sew a signature in this, then you might want to put some glue down this edge and this edge. But if you're going to sew a signature in, it's really not necessary. And I am going to sew a signature in this, so I'm not going to put any glue there. Not going to waste my glue and for something that's unnecessary. So you could, if you hadn't already put your ties on, you could have put them on just now. That would have been a great time to put them on. Like I said in the last video, I put mine on when I did, because otherwise I forget to do that kind of stuff. Okay, a little bit of glue coming out there. I got a little heavy-handed. All right, so now you have a pocket here, and you have a pocket here, and you have one here on the side, and again here, and here, and here. Okay, so that's going to be it for today. In the next video, when I come back, we're going to have our papers ready to go in, and we're going to sew that little signature in, and then I'll probably decorate the front cover and add a few embellishments in this cute little journal. So, all right, until next time, happy crafting. Speak to you all very soon. Bye-bye.